What the fuck? That's time to the final episode of Season 1 of Witch Hat. Do me a solid. Make sure you leave a like, consider share, support, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. And of course, Patreon, full live reactions to all these episodes and more. But let's jump into it as we wait for Season 2. Remember in the early stages when some people were like, oh, I think the Brim Caps might actually be the good guys? So about that. I wonder how she did that. I love how she, like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out. The fact that she had time to emote on her enemy. Now, if my video game knowledge has said anything, if we hit it in the eye, you fucking use some sort of projectile, hit the eye bounces out of the fucking robe, and then you start slashing it until it goes back in the robe. Did they turn us into an abomination? Hold up. You're telling me a floating eyeball violated my boy's body to turn him into a fucking werewolf? The fact that he was actually happy, he was like, you know what, I may not be able to do what everyone else can do, but I can do my own thing. Was that what was going to happen to Agat had we not saved her in that moment when they were carving into her arm? Everyone was worried that one of them was going to join up with the fucking Brimcaps. No one was worried that the Brimcaps were going to fucking body mutilate someone and turn them into a monster. I guess that's self-defense, right? Like, probably it's his instinct if someone's coming, he's, like, ready to fucking throw hands. Oh, no. Witches turn them into that. Oh, they hate him. I'll give him this. He may be one sus son of a bitch, but he does genuinely care for his students. It's other people's students that are up in the air. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. That's some aura right there. That's some aura right there. Try not to judge a book by its cover, but as soon as you saw a fucking floating eyeball and a cloak and a hat, you knew it was going to be a bad time. And I think this is what fooled everyone, because the main debate I saw last week in my own comment section and just in the internet was, would Euini join the Brimcaps? Some people were also talking about Reach It, but, you know, Euini was the one who seemed to be like the one that had the target on his back, that, you know, given his lack of proper education, lack of really respecting the authority figures in his life, manipulative scumbags in a cloak could bring him to the dark side. I thought to myself, maybe in the future, but not in the current time. Like, I think we'll finish the season with him not on the dark side, but maybe they'll set up the points where he might become said dark side. The thing that no one fucking saw coming, body horror modification. And I should have seen it coming because that's how the fucking show starts with Coco's mother. Like, that's got to be one of the most impactful frames in an anime this anime season. And honestly, you show this to someone, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just like, what the hell am I looking at here? Like, it relinquish eyes, it got a wolf. Fucking Euini, man. Like, that, you know, I was kind of in disbelief when this was happening, right? Because I thought to myself, as he was transforming, I was like, well, you know, he's a little furry, but we can work with that, right? Maybe there's arguments to be made. He did run away, he didn't attack, so he's not just some wild animal that didn't have control. But I feel like one of two things happens. Either the longer he stays in this form, the more he loses his humanity, or the longer he stays in the form, the more control he'll get. The fact that the scumbag had the nerve to say, yeah, this isn't exactly what was intended, but I suppose it will work. Later, fucking horrible. Literally one of the most depressing fucking things I've seen this season. And honestly, one of the most depressing things I think I'll see this year. I actually really fucked with his character. I did. I thought what we were building into, I think the idea of, like, without a proper teacher and guidance, I mean, you saw what it did to his self-esteem, right? This moment broke me. And it was over at that point. I felt like, you know, whatever you're going to do to me after this, it can't be any worse. And to be honest, I don't think it was. I mean, yeah, they kind of set up Qifrey's might potentially die, but yeah, whatever. My fucking new boy is a wolf. Qifrey will be fine. He's got a face card that will save him, I'm sure. And if not, well, I'll mourn him then. But what the fuck, man? Like, this was... and it's a reminder, right? Because there's no undoing it. And if you attempt to undo it, it's not going to be perfect. Like, we have to accept that Coco's mother will never be saved. Coco firmly believes she can save her mom, but her mom's dead. Or turned into a beast, whatever. There's no reversing it. I refuse to believe until they present me some proof that is undeniable. Watching him turn into this happened because of body modification. And I've said this from the very beginning, and I've consistently said this, and people have argued with me. I've told so many that I wouldn't even trust Qifrey to try to undo what happened to Coco's mother. I don't think there's a single mage on this earth that can, with a straight face, say, oh yeah, even if presented, if we cast this exact seal, we can undo it. Like, they have undeniable proof. Jesus Christ of their world comes down, gives them the exact drawing, and says, you just have to draw it yourself. I don't believe there's a single mage, or witch I should say, that could undo it, because one slight off point of the drawing could make the seal unstable. That's the whole point of the magic system in this show and why it's so interesting. It's easy to understand how body modification can turn into horror such as this, but to undo it perfectly, I mean, no, I don't think it's possible. Now, in this case, is it possible to have a pupper as a friend? Sure. But to turn him back to human, or to turn Coco's mother to human again, or be alive? No, I don't think so. I think this is the cold hard truth. Now, as I did say, Qifrey's not looking too hot. You got a bunch of modified people who hate witches, and rightfully so, because of look at their life. Bro has a target on his back because he protected the girls, and in doing so, his cloak has been damaged, meaning they sense him. Now, if they just stay still, don't do anything, they won't be targeted. I assume what's probably going to happen is come season 2, episode 1, you know, he's going to do all right for a bit. It's going to look like he's going to die. Coco, and maybe just Coco, to be honest, will jump in, do something, and that's how we'll, you know, resolve it. I don't think Qifrey dies here. Are they setting up a Qifrey death? Oh, 100%. Do I think they'll kill him? No. But do I think it's impossible for him to die here? Also, no. It's not common. But for a time, it actually was a little more like, hey, you know, you watch a Gurren Lagann or something, and you're like, okay, this is a character who's going to stick around and mentor us and they're gone. Not impossible to write it this way. Do I think so? No. I think there's like a 99.98% chance Bro's making it out alive of this scene at least. But I think you would be a fool to say with 100% confidence he's going to live for sure. The only way you would know that is if you read the source material, or you've been clearly spoiled by someone who's read the source material. Like, you are supposed to feel fear here. And I mean, unless this is Baby's first anime, you can't say with a straight face characters like him haven't died before early in a show like this, right? So it will be interesting to see what they do. But in general, this was a great, great episode. It's definitely a what the fuck, like, blue balls diabolical cliffhanger. But knowing that there is a season 2 in production now, here's the thing, it hasn't been officially confirmed as of the recording of this video. It has been leaked, it's in production, so we will see it. I mean, the popularity speaks for itself. You don't even need a leak to tell you that. How long we'll have to wait? I don't know. My guess would be like a fall release of next year, or a winter or spring release of the following year, so 2028. So, you know, a little bit of a wait. But I don't think it's going to be the worst wait of all time either. But time will tell. I think in general, this was a damn perfect show. It was really funny. I had a comment yesterday or the day before, and it was on one of these videos. I don't know which one. And they, with a straight face, were like, yeah, this show's all filler. There's 1 or 2 good moments. I don't know what it is with shonen tards or fucking fan service tards, but anytime you have actual proper characterization and world building, they try to be like filler. That's why I hate the word filler, because no one actually knows what it means anymore. No. You can not like the show, but if your arguments about why the show is bad is it's filler, I'm going to think you're a brain dead. Like, there's no salvaging that opinion, I'm sorry to say. But hey, as long as you don't have a brain dead opinion, let me know what you thought of this episode or season down below. How shook were you by that transformation? I mean, it was such a diabolical transformation that Qifrey potentially dying isn't even really on my radar. I'm like, yeah, that might happen, but what about my boy? Justice for Euini. I'll down below. Make sure you leave a like, share, you support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already. Of course, Patreon, full live reactions to all these episodes and more. Like, hey, I also love to give video shouts to my patrons because they make it all possible over here on YouTube. All right, so today we've got Chris, Galatron, Umpmeister, Kieran Dean, Humanoid, Shadow, Armana, Joanne, Devil May Carter, and we also have Saint Liam. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You have a good one.